Hi, I'm Pastor Leah. I was so moved by what I was reading that I decided I had to do an impromptu reading to you. So here it is. This is not a short reading. This isn't a short little poem. So settle in. It's about 4 minutes long, I think. It's from the book Compassion, a Reflections on the Christmas Life. It's by these people, Henri Nouwen, whom I love, Donald McNeill, and Douglas Morrison. And it's from chapter 5 on displacement. And it's talking about the desire for community. So the desire for community is most often a desire for a sense of unity, a feeling of being accepted, and an experience of at-homeness. Yes. Community, though, can never be a place where God's obedient servanthood reveals itself if community is understood principally as something that is warm, soft, homey, comfortable, or protective. What? But that's what we want a Christian community feel like. So the paradox, they say, of the Christian community is that people are gathered together in voluntary displacement. What does that mean? That is, the togetherness of those who form a Christian community is a being gathered in displacement. And according to Webster's dictionary, displacement means to move or to shift from ordinary or proper place. This becomes a telling definition when we realize the extent to which we are preoccupied with adapting ourselves to the prevalent norms and the values of our milieu. We want to be ordinary and proper people who live ordinary and proper lives. There is an enormous pressure on us to do what is ordinary and proper. Even the attempt to excel is ordinary and proper, and thus the understandable satisfaction of general acceptance. And this is quite understandable, since the ordinary and proper behavior that gives shape to an ordinary and proper life offers us the comforting illusion that things are under control and that everything extraordinary and improper can be kept outside the walls of our self-created fortress. Preach, Henry, preach. They call to community, as we hear it from our Lord, is the call to move away from ordinary and proper places. The gospel confronts us with the persistent voice, inviting us to move from where it is comfortable, from where we want to stay, from where we feel at home. And why is this central? It is central because in voluntary displacement, we cast off the illusion of having it together and thus begin to experience our true condition, which is that we, like everyone else, are pilgrims on the way, sinners in need of grace, and through voluntary displacement, we counteract the tendency to become settled in the false comfort and to forget the fundamentally unsettled position that we share with all people. Voluntary displacement leads us to the existential recognition of our inner brokenness, and thus brings us into deeper solidarity with the brokenness of our fellow human beings. And each time we want to move back to what is ordinary and proper, each time we yearn to be settled and to feel at home, we erect walls between ourselves and others, undermine community, and reduce compassion to the part of us, an essentially competitive life.